Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of TFT Hyperroll from Mission for Tuition. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and do all the stuff for the YouTube algorithm to help the video get views. It helps pay for our son's high school tuition. He needs to go to a ridiculously expensive special school. But let's get right into this one. A little over a week ago, I posted a video with my favorite build of the season, which is the Dragonmancer Legend build with Volibear. Not that many people knew about that build, and it was out there. But at the same time I was posting that, Riot was in the process of buffing Volibear, Aniva, and Legend, all at the same time. So the comp was about to become even more powerful than it originally was. However, just as quickly as they buffed it, they turned around and nerfed it. So the question is, for about 2 hours everyone was playing Volibear and the build became almost useless because there was so much competition for it. But now that the nerfs are in, people have stopped, so is it still viable? Let's find out. Since I got a Lee Sin, I was hoping this was going to be a game where I could do Dragonmancer, so we're looking for a Dragonmancer type thing, and Inspire will do it. For a starter, we have Lee Sin, we also have Karma, and Inspire comes with an Ashe, so we are set in terms of having our opening Dragonmancers. But I'll save you the 30 seconds of rolling. I was able to get a 2-star set, put the first Volibear item on him, and made him our Dragon Blessed champion. Because he is easy to get, I find Set makes an excellent item holder, and you're likely going to be able to get more of him, so you can replace a 2-star set with a 2-star set once you finally get your Volibear and it's time to switch over. Remember, our key items are Bloodthirster, Rage Blade, and Quicksilver. So when you get the opportunity to make any one of them, you just take it. Once I find my Volibear, I pretty much just go ahead and make the swap over. A 2-star set is likely, at this point now, once again, more powerful than a 1-star Volibear, but I just want to get it set up and get everything rolling. My goal is going to be to get back a 2-star set so that I can have him ready to be absorbed as part of the Legend buff, but for right now, I wanted to really test Volley and see how the buff/nerf ended up working. He seems a little stronger than he was before, but obviously not as strong as he was with the actual buffs. The overall stats here still are higher than before, so once Volley gets to 2 stars, he should start taking over, but I'm just a little concerned seeing how quickly he's going down despite this still being early and having 2 3 costs up front. Prismatic Augment, and although I love High Roller, the chance to get Triforce when my carry is going to be a 3 cost, well, that was impossible to pass up. This will give Volley more health, more starting mana so he ults sooner, and more attack speed. And I don't think the memo fully got out that they had nerfed this, as I was running into a few teams running Dragonmancer, and this person in particular seems to be setting up for the Volibear items. As you can see, they have them on set right now and are able to tear through us really easily since they also have new recruit. We managed to get Volibear now up to 2 stars and 6 Dragonmancers, so he should be in a decent position. None of these items are exactly what I'm looking for. I need the Negatron Cloak to complete the Quicksilver, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the Giant's Belt so I have good tank items for Ornn. And as I said the last time I made one of these videos, oh, what a difference a level makes. That one jump from bronze to silver for Volley just seems to change everything. Once that bear is up at 2 stars, he becomes so much harder to take down and can do a lot more damage. The mid-game for this build appears to remain very strong. Now granted, I have sort of perfect augments for it, but this feels even a little stronger than it did before. Obviously not quite as strong as it was before they re-nerfed Volibear back closer to where he was. For the final set of augments, I was a little torn. The reason is because I've sometimes found that when you stack similar augments, it doesn't work. And I'm not 100% sure whether it did or it didn't, but it was worth giving it a try. At this moment, I now have all the elements of the team. I have my 2-star Volibear, I have an Aniva, I have an Ornn on the bench, so everything is in place for this build. And you will see here why Quicksilver is such an important augment. It's a stun on Volibear right there that basically holds everything in place. It slows his attack down because he doesn't power up as much, and we lose that match. So it's Treasure Dragon time, and the main thing we need is a Negatron Cloak, and I'm only going to have 9 chances. This is tempting, but that spatula is not going to do me any good because the chances of getting another spatula going forward are almost none, and there's nothing I want to create that's going to help me at this point. So I go ahead and roll in the hopes that I can get another Negatron Cloak, and it came along with a redemption that can go on Ornn, so I'm glad I did. But it was a big risk to take, but worth it. And here, oh what a difference an item makes. Heimer tries to stun him, he cannot be stunned, so he continues to power up, pick up speed, he's doing that chain damage and healing back health, his shield pops when he needs to, and look at that damage. So I'm now going to test out something that was bugged a little bit during the PBE. I decide to go ahead and grab the Bramble Vest, and I'm going to put that on set, because in theory, Ornn is going to absorb all of Set's stats, so his armor should increase by Set's plus the Bramble Vest. So we'll now get to see whether I made a huge mistake or not, so I'm going to check in on Ornn's armor, and sure enough, at 225, he did absorb the increased armor from the Bramble Vest, so that bug is definitely out of the game, and you can now stack items onto the champions that are being absorbed. With that in mind, I went ahead and put the Ionic Spark on Lee Sin just to give Volibear a little extra magic resist. You can see this is having an impact. He's still only a 2-star bear, but he is able to get through a lot and finish off teams. And with that victory, we are now into the top 4. And by the time I played this match, I had learned Soraka is probably one of the most important champions you can fill out any build with, and especially this one. I used to do it with Bard, but after I learned my lesson, I now finish with Soraka. In the rolling and NPC, I managed to get up to a 2-star Soraka, so I'm going to be healing 2 onto my champion whenever she casts. It's going to give our team a little more sustainability, but Ornn with that redemption next to Volibear is going to keep both of them up for a long time, and as you can see, allow them to dominate, and I'm just 1 bear away from gold. We are now in a 1v1, and since our Soraka is at 2 stars, she's going to be able to keep us in it longer, because every time she casts, we're going to gain 2 health, which will ultimately bring us up to 14, as it did right there. So now we can survive an additional round. Volibear goes down, but the rest of my team pulls it out. And I cannot find that elusive final bear to bring him up to gold, but let this showcase just how important Soraka is to late game in this. And with this comp, I think it makes up for everything, because another 2 health is added on. I'm now up to 16, and it would be very hard for them to win. And even though, again, they take out the bear, he leads the damage charts. So is this build still viable? I think so. It's just a little more competitive at the moment. It may drop off as the nerfs go through. Hope you enjoyed the video and have an absolutely awesome day.